أتعلم، أنا أتعلم. إحنا في المدرسة طلاب، نتعلم ويا الأصحاب، نفتح للمستقبل باب، نحيي في الوطن التجديد. إحنا في المدرسة طلاب، نتعلم ويا الأصحاب، نفتح للمستقبل باب، نحيي في الوطن التجديد. أتعلم، أنا أتعلم، حتى أفيد وأستفيد، وأعرف لما أتكلم إنه كلامي صح ومفيد. ليلى لا ليلى لا ليلى لا لا ليلى لا ليلى لا ليلى لا.
Assalamu alaikum. Hello my students, how are you? I hope you are good. This is Mr. Muhammad Hamdi from Yasmin Elementary Section, and this is for grade 3 Unit 11 World Festivals. This is lesson 4, Pupils Book page 112, Workbook page 104, and this is a new link for Word Wall if you want to play and enjoy our lesson, inshallah. Our lesson today is about countable and uncountable nouns. Countable and uncountable nouns. Grammar. We are going to start with uncountable nouns. Look at this picture and this picture. What's this? This is a picture of water, jug water, and this is juice. There is some juice in the jug. We use here is because juice is uncountable noun and it is singular. There is some juice in the jug. If you want to ask a question, we start with is. Is there any water in the jug? Because water is also singular. Is there any water in the jug? The second kind is countable nouns. Something we can count it. 1, 2, 3 or 4 pieces and so on. Look at this picture. This is a picture of some cakes. There are some cakes on a plate. We use here are because cakes are plural. There are some cakes on a plate. And if you want to ask a question, we start with are. Are there any cakes on the plate? Are there any cakes on the plate? Now please open your students' books, page 112. This is grammar. Number 1, look. There is some juice in a jug. There is some juice in a jug. Here is the juice here in the picture. The second example, there are some cakes on a plate. There are some cakes on a plate. Here is the cakes. They look delicious. Okay, now read and say yes or no. Number 1. There is some fruit in a basket. There is some fruit in a basket. Yes, of course. Here is the fruit. Number 2. There is some water in a bottle. There is some water in a bottle. Yes, of course. Here is the water. Number 3. There is some chicken on the table. There is some chicken on the table. Number 3. No. There is no chicken on the table. Number 4. There are some sandwiches. There are some sandwiches on a plate. There are some sandwiches on a plate. Yes. Here is the sandwiches. Number 5. There are some grapes in the basket. There are some grapes in the basket. No. There aren't any grapes in the basket. Number 6, the last one. The girl has got some flowers in her hair. The girl has got some flowers in her hair. No, the girl hasn't got any flowers in her hair. Okay. Number 2. Look. Is there any water in the jug? Is there any water in the jug? We start the question with is, and we use any, because we use any in questions and in negative forms. We use any in two cases, in questions and in negative forms. Is there any water in the jug? No, there isn't any water in the jug. Are there any cakes on the plate? We start the question with are, because cakes is plural and countable nouns. Are there any cakes on the plate? No, there aren't any cakes on the plate. Now ask and answer. Look at those pictures. Please make questions and answer. Let's do it together. Number 1. Is there any juice in the jug? No, there isn't any juice in the jug. Is there any juice in the jug? No, there isn't any juice in the jug. Please practice with me. Number 2. Fruit basket. Is there any fruit in the basket? No, there isn't any fruit in the basket. Is there any fruit in the basket? No, there isn't any fruit in the basket. Number 3. Water bottle. Water bottle. Is there any water in the bottle? No, there isn't any water in the bottle. Is there any water in the bottle? No, there isn't any water in the bottle. Number 4. Sandwiches plate. Are there any sandwiches on the plate? Are there any sandwiches on the plate? No, there aren't any sandwiches on the plate. No, there aren't any sandwiches on the plate. Number 5. Grapes basket. Are there any grapes in the basket? Are there any grapes in the basket? No, there aren't any grapes in the basket. No, there aren't any grapes in the basket. Number 6. Flowers jug. Are there any flowers in the jug? No, there aren't any flowers in the jug. Are there any flowers in the jug? No, there aren't any flowers in the jug. Now please open your workbooks, page 104. This is grammar. Number 1. Complete the sentences with there is some or there are some. Number 1. There are some grapes on the plate. There are some grapes on the plate. Number 2. There is some water in the jug. There is some water in the jug. Number 3. There is some juice in the bottle. There is some juice in the bottle. Number 4. There are some apples in the basket. There are some apples in the basket. Number 5. There are some boys at the table. There are some boys at the table. Number 6. There is some chicken on the plate. There is some chicken on the plate. Question number 2. answer the questions. Number 1. Is there any juice in the jug? No, there is not any juice in the jug. Number 2. Are there any cakes on the plate? No, there aren't any cakes on the plate. Please write down the answers and check your answer. Number 3. Are there any plates on the table? No, there aren't any plates on the table. Number 4. Is there any fruit in the basket? No, there isn't any fruit in the basket. Number 5. Is there any tea in the cup? No, there isn't any tea in the cup. Number 6. Are there any flowers in her hair? No, there aren't any flowers in her hair. Okay, now let's take a look at worksheet on unit 11. Number 1, read the following, then tick true or false. It is summer. Omar went to the forest. He met a lion. He was scared. The lion didn't do anything to Omar. Omar saw a thorn in the lion's bow, and he took it out. The lion was happy and went away. Number 1. Omar went to home. Please try to think. No, that's wrong, because Omar went to the forest. So number 1 is false. Put down here cross. Number 2. Omar met a lion. Yes, of course, he met a lion in the forest. Number 2, true. Number 3. The lion hurt Omar. No, the lion didn't do anything to Omar. Number 3, no. Number 4. The lion was happy at the end. Yes, of course. Question number 2, match. Number 1, winter. This is winter. Write down here number 1. This is winter. Number 2, summer. This is summer. Number 2. Write down here number 2. Number 3, autumn. This is autumn. Write down here number 3. Number 4, spring. This is spring. Write down here spring. And this is B. Circle the correct word. What is this picture? This is, try to think. Of course, this is a thorn. Thorn. This is thorn. Second one, what's this picture? This is festival. 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 Next one, what's this picture? This is lantern. 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 Next one, what's this picture? This is slide. Slide. Ice slide. Next question, this is for grammar. Choose the correct answer. Number 1, there are or was some cakes on the plate. There are some cakes on the plate. Number 2, there are or was some sugar in the tea. There is, because sugar is uncountable. Number 3, is there any, some, or when water in the bottle? Is there any because we use any in questions and negative. Number 4. There are eggs in the fridge. There are some eggs in the fridge. This is the end of our lesson today. Thank you for listening. Please ask me if you want anything and send me messages on the school web. See you soon. Goodbye.